Hey there, this is Zach at Zach Learns to Create. Today I wanted to do a just feature on Sandcastles, the app, sandcastles.ai. It's a application that's basically used to help people ideate short form content. It also helps write scripts, and that's basically what it's there for. So it's you can pretty much just jot down a topic and put it in there and it can do the rest for you, or you can come to it with a script, or you can come to it with some semblance of a script. It can help you reformat your script. It can do kind of a number of different things, but this is designed by Callaway, which is one of the short form content producers out there that does a lot of short form coaching videos and things like that. I sort of stumbled across this because I'm getting into faceless short form content production, and then also this channel is about sort of documenting that journey and the different tools that I use. And this is one of them that I recently picked up, at least the trial, and then I decided I wanted to experiment with it a little bit. And I've only made one or two videos with it, which you can see on the side, which it's been kind of interesting, but it is actually a pretty cool tool overall. So I'm just going to kind of jump right into it and show you kind of what it's all about. So this is what the interface looks like, which is pretty much, when you log in, you see exactly what it is, which is just, sandcastles. What do you want to make a video about? You can describe your topic. You can, look up speed write, create a story. You can just take their story right here. You can also, create a new story over here. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to type in a new story for animal facts, because I think that's a really fun topic. So I'm going to say unexpected animal behaviors that will amaze you. Create story. And so you can see it kind of does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. And one of the things that it does is that it basically does a quick search of the internet and checks out different sources, which you can see here. You can see that it found 7 different sources, and right now it's analyzing them. It also gives you the opportunity to, if you wanted to find more sources, you could add them yourself and have them analyze those. I've taken advantage of this on one of the trial runs because I was just testing it out and seeing what it was capable of, and I added like 5 additional sources, and it scanned them and then continued to add further information. I'm not necessarily going to take the time to go through all that right this moment, but I think 7's probably plenty, and for the sake of this, we'll just kind of move on to the next step of this, which is the outline. And so as you can see, it's analyzing the content, finding interesting ideas, and then writing hooks and finishing up, which is probably one of the strongest parts of this, is that it helps you write the hook. I think that's the thing that drew me to this, is that my content journey has been learning how to write hooks, learning how to write engaging hooks, learning how to write hooks that people want to stop scrolling and take a look at. And that's actually how I found Callaway. And ultimately this was that I was watching one of his videos and about hooks, and he was talking about this app, and I, figured why not give it a shot. Since I haven't already talked about the pricing structure, I believe it's $24.99 a month for 8 scripts, which doesn't seem like very much, but they're very high quality in my opinion, which we'll get to, and we'll see what that looks like. And then and it goes up from there. I think it's $50 a month or $44.99 a month for 12 scripts. Let's just look it up. Sandcastles AI pricing. Okay, hobbyist, 19 a month, 8 scripts a month, unlimited sources, unlimited rewrites, 20 scripts a month for $40, and the visionary of $60 for 40 scripts, which is not bad. I mean, if you're gonna do this and take it seriously, I think $60 is a bargain. I mean, 40 scripts is a lot. Granted, some people are posting 3 to 4, shorts a day, so that's only 10 days, but most people are only posting one or two a day, which is, this is an entire month's worth of scripts right there. And that's for $60. I mean, these are pretty well written scripts. You know, I think a lot of content creators have multiple channels, so this might be a bit low for them, but at the same time, I do think quite a few people could benefit from this, even just having like a supplement to like not having to worry about at least one script that they have to write in each day. Having something like this, a lot of people do use chat gpt and have trained their gpts, but this is providing a whole other resource, which is kind of why I wanted to talk about it. So just taking a look at the pricing, this is what it is. It also comes with a free week, so you can try it for free, and that's totally real. I'm trying it for free. I have not paid them a dime yet, and they're giving me 8 scripts. I signed up for the hobbyist tier, which these prices are if you pay annually, or no, yeah, or if you pay annually, and then like it's $24 if you pay monthly, or $49 if you pay monthly, or $79 if you pay monthly. So it is a little bit more if you pay monthly. These are if you pay annually, but anyway, back to the demo. So going over to the hook, here's take a look at the hook. So as you can see, it comes up with 3 pretty solid hooks. We'll take a look at them. So crow problem solvers. Crows have been observed using tools in the wild for decades, and the crazy part is they can solve complex multi-step puzzles that many primates and young children struggle with, and even hold funerals for their dead. This is a pretty good hook. This uses a lot of the things that he talks about in his videos, just a lot of the hook writing strategies, and I think that's the whole point. The second hook is octopus escape artist. Octopuses are considered the most intelligent invertebrates on Earth, but here's what's crazy. They can escape from a sealed aquarium tanks by unscrewing lids, squeezing through tiny gaps, and even recognizing and remembering human faces. It's pretty good. Slime mold intelligence. Slime mold have no brain, no neurons, or not even a single cell, but it turns out they can solve mazes and find the most efficient routes between food sources, and even remember paths that they've trained before. I think these are all pretty good. I mean, slime mold doesn't interest me as much. I think octopuses and crows are pretty cool, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with crows. And so in this, you come up with a hook, 2 fact sets, a take, which is like an opinion, and then an outro, which is a pretty just solid structure for the format of your short. These scripts end up being like a minute and a half or 2 minutes long, so they're reasonably long for a short, but they're still like, obviously within the length to be monetized on both TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and I have no idea how monetization works on Instagram, but I assume if you're doing that on Instagram, it will do that. It says estimated length 15 seconds up here, so maybe that's more true, but the last 2 that I did ended up being kind of long, so we'll see. Okay, let's pick your fact set. Why is it captivating? Let's just take a look at these. A window into other minds. The study of animal behavior is irresistible because it offers a window into the minds so different from our own, yet so often surprisingly similar. Discovering the complex social lives, cognitive abilities, and emotional depths of animals satisfies our innate curiosity and often fosters deeper connection with our natural world. That's pretty good. Proof of impact. All right, so I'm not going to read all these just for the sake of the length of this video, and I'm not a particularly good public reader, but why is it captivating? I'm going to do... Okay, so I kind of shy away from things on evolution just because I feel like it alienates some people. So even though I am a fan of it, I'm going to go with just window into other minds. And then let's see. Animal behavior insights drive real change. Understanding animal behavior is no longer just an academic pursuit. It's essential for real-world application like conservation, animal welfare, and improving human-animal interactions. By studying how animals react to their environment, we can develop strategies to protect them and create better living conditions. Don't love that as much. Nature and nurture and animal actions, from anecdotes to rigorous science. Let's do beneficial for animal lovers and professionals because people like that, so let's just read that. Understanding unexpected animal behavior is invaluable for conservationists, animal welfare advocates, and anyone working with animals. It allows for better protection strategies, improved care in captivity, and more harmonious human animal interactions. Perfect. All right, and here's the opinion part. So they have keywords at the top, which I really like, which are like, what is the perspective of this take? Dominant, overlooked, futurist, contrarian, implication. I think contrarian's often really good just because it gives, a contrarian perspective can sometimes keep people, more engaged at the end, thinking that they want to challenge your belief, and I love that. So I'm like always drawn to a more contrarian, but more mystic perspectives like the futurists can be really good too. Just because we're using AI right now. So let's say technology will revolutionize the study of animal behavior. That's kind of cool. Observer bias can skew no, don't care. Human activities are forcing animals to change now. Don't want to stay negative. Um, let's just do contrarian. Protecting animal behavior is just as important as protecting the animals. While conservation often focuses on protecting species and habitats, it's easy to overlook the importance of preserving behavioral diversity. Losing unique behaviors like specific communication methods or tool use skills can have cascading effects on ecosystems and even impact cultural heritage shared with animal species. Perhaps protecting how animals live is just as important as ensuring how they continue to exist. All right, there you go. And then here we go. So this is how you close it, which he talks about this philosophy in his this strategy in his videos, which is like basically if you're going to close a loop, you want to either open it back up, which is the curiosity reopener, or if you want to just close it and have like a completed, end of cycle, that's you can close it, but that won't necessarily have people wanting to like, stay on your channel to watch more. So I like curiosity reopeners. So let's see what those are. These behaviors have evolved over millions. Nope. Let's see. Many of these behaviors weren't documented until the last decade, and it makes you wonder what else are animals doing that we're not watching. Let's just stick with that. Boom. Okay. Estimated length 110 seconds. So like I said, it's going to be close to 2 minutes. That's just how they have ended up panning out the last 2 times as well, which is fine. I mean, if you're okay with longer-ish content, then that's good. Obviously, it's better if you're monetized on TikTok or YouTube. Naturally, you want people to stick around for that amount of time, but and so here it is. This is the script that it created us. It's pretty solid, I'd say. I mean, we just read through it for the most part. The hook being the kind of critical part that is what gets people involved. This strikes me as a script that someone's going to at least stick around for half of. This wasn't as strong as the other 2 scripts, I'd say. I also added more for the sake of exploring the tool. I added more sources to both of those, so I didn't go with the default 7. I think I brought both of those up to 10, I want to say. Which more is definitely merrier. If you add more, the responses are more detailed. There are more of them, so you can get a lot more depth. The cool thing about this is at this stage you can change the writing style, which you can you can edit the style to, you can totally add a whole nother style, which you can basically upload your own previous scripts, and then it can change your writing style to sound more like you. I don't necessarily need that feature because I like the way that his script. So, but anyway, let's see, that is the script that I came up with. You can also ask for different changes. You can restore to a previous version, lengthen or add details, make sentences punchier. I haven't really messed around too much with these features, but I do know that some of the times you want them to be more aggressive or punchier just so that they jump out a little bit more. And so this can definitely be a feature that I would see being beneficial. I am going to click that for this just because I want it to be a little bit. And so this shows you what it was, and this shows you what it's proposing, which I think can be good, except obviously it's going to extend it a little bit more. So let's see. Let's go ahead and accept it and just see. So this is just making it a little bit more concise with the individual sentences, which can be helpful, I guess. probably reads a little bit more like short form content. So that's Sandcastles in a nutshell. Overall, I think the value of this app is pretty good if you can swing it, and it's the type of thing that you would take advantage of. Obviously, a lot of people are training their own GPTs and don't need something like this. But if you're struggling with hooks or just want another resource available to you that you can justifiably afford, that helps you write scripts because you're running into a wall, just need some support for its price, I think this is a pretty accessible one. I have looked at several other similar tools, and this seems like the best in class as far as what it's capable of and the script that it pops out. I've been pretty satisfied with just the 3 that I've done. Granted, it's not a huge sample size, but overall, pretty happy with it. And I'm looking forward to going through the duration of my trial. And I'll probably give it a month and just play around with however many scripts I signed up for, which I think was the hobby. So another 8 scripts. So maybe I'll do a total of 16 and then do a follow-up video afterwards. So anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope you got something out of this video, and if you want to see more, please share, comment, subscribe, and I will be doing more reviews like this in the future.